So, how should I tell you? The quartet was organized in 1964. And since we had two original members, my brother and me, and I'm really sorry that we didn't meet other members that time, because I'm sure we would be still here. I mean,
actually, we did because we knew
David, yeah.
David, we are from the same teacher from Juilliard, and I guess we knew each other fairly well.
Ah, yes. Well, I remember when you came, and the new European flavor which you brought to the school, the new quest after art. I remember it was very refreshing because there definitely wasn't much search after art during my days there. There was quite a grinding out of layers and new definitions. But I always felt that one of the artistic groups, young groups that I heard at Juilliard, was the Vaghy String Quartet.
Come on in.
But see, the funny thing is, I would like to play it much more smoother, but I have to pronounce it because you get behind me.
Yeah, but just make it smooth. We know where it is if it's on the right spot,
No.
the right time.
Fifths.
The Vaghy String Quartet came to Queen's in 1968, sponsored by the Ontario Council for the Arts, the University, and the Kingston Symphony. They practice in a little house on Queen's Crescent every day, usually for several hours, as any good quartet must, and give various kinds of concerts, formal and informal, around the campus and throughout Kingston. Best known to university students are their so-called anti-concerts, informal performances interspersed with explanation and discussion.
Incredible, difficult situation to do an anti-concert, and not everybody can do that. First of all, there 90% we are divided, because you are in between what you just said, what you have to play, and what you will say in the next minutes, you know? And that is incredible concentration, it's an incredible burden on your head. And I don't want to say that other lecturers have it much easier, but definitely the instruments that they are dealing with is so close to them because they just speak.
Again, it's back to the old thing. You have to demonstrate on the spot exactly what you are saying, which if you do it in a very good way, then you close the gap between the letter and the spirit. And this is an educational process I feel is very important if classical and music in that vein is to continue in our day and in the future.
I would like to tell you just a little bit about this piece, as it's one of the rare pieces what the public liked right away at the beginning. Beethoven started to compose it around 1823, but he became ill in between, and he finished it only 2 years later, in 1825.
Of this particular quartet, it was not on the same level as the others insofar as it was more like his earlier work.
Yeah, that is true. Beethoven, his early late quartets, let's say the 127 and 130, 131, he tried to separate himself from the traditional form as much as possible. And not even in the first movement and the last movement, he followed up the sonata form, what was definitely a very classical form. And he was a quite revolting type, or how should I, a revolutionary type, not a revolting, so a revolutionary type. And so here definitely he spent a great time to get some new things, new forms, new ways of expression.
In the second movement, we're playing the middle section in the same tempo as the sketch.
Yes, it is. He doesn't sign any new tempo or something like that. And